You've tried eating healthy, sleeping more, even forcing a smile, but deep down, something's still off. There's a reason, and it has nothing to do with your age. A forgotten warrior herb, banned in some countries for being too powerful. Maybe the only thing standing between you and the man you used to feel like. You wake up tired, not just sleepy, tired in your bones. You shuffle to the bathroom, avoiding the mirror because you already know what you'll see. A man who looks older than he feels. A man who's still breathing but not alive. You glance at your wife or the empty side of the bed and wonder, where did I go? This isn't about vanity. This isn't just about sex. This is about your identity. Your fire. The part of you that once felt powerful, needed, alive, and now feels like it's fading quietly. But here's the thing most men never hear. It's not your fault. It's not just aging. And no, you're not alone. See, somewhere around your late 40s to early 60s, things start to shift inside your body. Not overnight, but gradually, like a slow leak in your tire. Your testosterone begins to dip. Not just the total number, but the free testosterone, the kind your body actually uses. And when that drops, so does your drive, your motivation, your strength, your morning wood. Your sense of, I've still got it, but that's not all. There's another enemy working quietly behind the scenes, cortisol. The stress hormone. You may think you're fine, that life is manageable, but your body has been storing decades of pressure. Job losses, relationships, surgeries, loneliness, regrets. Cortisol rises, testosterone crashes. The balance breaks, and then there's the food. Today's food isn't like what you grew up with. It's processed, preserved, sprayed, and stripped of the very nutrients your hormones need to stay alive. Zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, boron all lowered or lost. Combine that with sitting for long hours, poor sleep, and medications that mess with circulation, and suddenly, you've got a body that feels 80, even when you're just 60. But here's the dangerous part. No one talks about this. Doctors hand you pills. Commercials push testosterone gels that barely work and come with scary side effects. Your friends aren't talking about it because they feel just as ashamed as you. So you stay quiet, you cope. And slowly, the spark dies out. But what if I told you there's one root, one powerful natural herb that's been restoring men for centuries? Used by ancient warriors, now studied by scientists, and proven to reignite the very systems that have gone quiet. It doesn't come in a glossy bottle or with a list of side effects. It doesn't require a prescription or a pharmacy visit. It just needs one thing: your decision to fight back. You don't have to talk about it with anyone. You don't have to announce it. But what if just by listening a little longer, you could start reclaiming what time, stress, and silence have stolen? Most men never get this message. Most will click away and go back to coping. But a few, the brave ones, will keep watching. Because something inside them still believes in strength, in fire, in a self-doubt. And if you've made it this far, I already know which one you are. Now let me show you what they never showed you. He didn't talk about it. Not to his doctor, not to his wife. Not even to his best friend, because what could he say? That he didn't feel like a man anymore? That the fire inside him had gone cold and he didn't know how to get it back? But deep down, he knew. He remembered how it used to feel to wake up with purpose, with energy, with pride. That spark isn't gone. It's buried. And the key to unlocking it doesn't come from a prescription bottle, it comes from the roots of the earth itself. For centuries, men in the rainforests of Southeast Asia turned to a bitter root with a strange name, Tongkat Ali. They didn't call it a supplement. They didn't need a marketing label. They just knew it worked. Before battle, before intimacy, before proving their strength. Tongkat Ali isn't a hormone. It doesn't replace testosterone. It releases what's already inside you. It lowers the stress hormone cortisol, which suffocates your natural T levels and signals your body, to produce testosterone like it did decades ago. Scientists now call it Eurycoma longifolia. But ancient warriors called it something else. Power. In modern clinical studies, men who took Tonka Ali experienced a dramatic increase in free testosterone, the kind your body actually uses to build muscle, restore libido, and reignite performance. In as little as 2 weeks, many reported better sleep, stronger erections, clearer thinking, and a return of that lost confidence. But this isn't just about numbers on a lab test. It's about what those numbers feel like. It's about walking past a mirror and seeing someone you recognize again. It's about not needing permission to feel like yourself. Most men will never hear this, because Tonka Ali can't be patented. It doesn't fit the business model of Big Pharma. There's no $1 million ad campaign. Just one route, one tradition. One natural signal to the man inside you, telling him it's time to rise. If any part of you misses who you used to be, maybe it's time to meet the version of yourself who was never truly gone. And if you're still watching, maybe he's closer than you think. You may not see it happening, but inside your body there's a silent battle taking place. Every day, as you deal with stress, poor sleep, blood pressure meds, and the quiet weight of getting older, your body starts shutting things down. One of the first casualties? Testosterone. You already feel it, don't you? Slower mornings, fewer urges. That quiet voice inside saying, maybe I'm just too old now. But what if it's not your age at all? What if the real problem is chemical, fixable, and already being reversed in men just like you? There's a switch in your body called the luteinizing hormone. It's the one that tells your testes, hey, time to produce testosterone. But over time that signal weakens, sometimes because of age, yes, but also because of something else. Cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. When it stays high for too long, it tells your body to shut down testosterone production. It's like trying to grow roses in a thunderstorm. Your roots are strong, but the environment won't let anything rise. Tonka Ali changes that. It doesn't add testosterone to your body like injections or synthetic gels. It goes deeper. It boosts your luteinizing hormone, reigniting that internal signal. It reduces cortisol, calming your system so your testosterone can thrive naturally. It increases your free testosterone, the kind your body can actually use. Not just the total number on a blood test, and the benefits don't stop there. Studies have shown that Tonka Ali also enhances nitric oxide production, the key to healthy, powerful blood flow. That means improved circulation not just in your heart, but everywhere that matters. In one clinical trial, 90% of men who took Tonka Ali daily for 4 weeks showed restored testosterone levels without a single prescription. No side effects, no needles. Just one route that unlocks what your body already knows how to do. Think about that for a moment. While other men are still reaching for pills and patches, you could be doing something your body understands and respects. Something that doesn't override your system. It restores it. Now pause. Ask yourself, when was the last time you felt in control of your body? Not just surviving, but surging with strength, clarity, confidence? It's not a fantasy. It's chemistry, and it's your chemistry. Most men don't hear this truth because it's not profitable. But you're hearing it now. And the question is, what are you going to do with it? You've listened this far for a reason. That voice inside you, the one that's not ready to give up, it's louder than the silence you've been living in. Let it speak. Let it rise. You're not broken. You've just been waiting for the right signal. Now you've got it. James used to wake up before sunrise. He'd lace his boots, pour black coffee, and head out to work with a sense of purpose. But that was a long time ago. These days, James, 64, wakes up late, sits on the edge of the bed for 10 minutes, and stares at the floor. His joints ache. His thoughts are cloudy. He avoids the mirror. And he hasn't felt truly alive in years. It's not just about age. It's about a slow, silent erosion of energy, of confidence, of manhood. James never Said it out loud, but deep down, he felt like he'd been shrinking, not physically, but as a person. No motivation, no intimacy, no reason to try. His wife noticed, so did his adult kids, but no one said a word. That kind of silence? It can bury a man. Then James heard about a strange herb, something called Tonkat Ali. No commercials, no flashy branding. Just a simple story. Ancient men, real strength, restored vitality. He didn't believe in quick fixes. But he had nothing to lose. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, still tired. But on day 5, he noticed something subtle, a shift in his mood, a kind of clarity. He didn't explode with energy, but he didn't crash by noon either. Then came day 8, a morning he hadn't experienced in over a decade. He woke up hard, and more importantly, he woke up hopeful. James texted his friend. It wasn't just my body, it was my mind. Something lit back up. You see, it was never just about sex. It was about identity, dignity, the quiet pride that comes from knowing your body still works, that you're not a burden or a shadow of who you were. James kept going. After 2 weeks, he started walking again. He cleaned the garage. He fixed the old radio in the basement. Small things, maybe. But for James, they were signs that he was back. His story isn't unique. It's just rarely told. Because most men keep these struggles locked away. They smile through them. Joke about getting old. But the truth is, many of them are just like James, waiting for something to bring them back to life. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you haven't told anyone, not even yourself. But if you're still listening, it means something inside you is still searching. Still hoping, and if James could find his way back, maybe, just maybe, so can you. You ever wonder why no one told you this? Why this one natural herb, something that's been used for centuries to restore male vitality, is barely mentioned in any doctor's office, magazine ad, or TV commercial? It's not because it doesn't work. In fact, the truth is the opposite. It works so well that no one can profit from it. Tonkat Ali isn't a new discovery. Indigenous tribes in Southeast Asia used it for generations, not as a luxury, not as an option, but as a necessity to stay strong, virile, confident. It wasn't hyped. It didn't need to be. They used it because it delivered. No side effects, no dependency. Just pure, natural support from the earth. Now fast forward to today. Men are struggling quietly. Low energy, low drive, low confidence. But instead of being told about what's real and proven, they're given something else. A prescription, a patch, a blue pill. Something you need to keep buying. Something that might give you a temporary spark, but dims the real flame inside. Here's the part they won't say out loud. Tonkat Ali can't be patented. No billion-dollar company owns it. No flashy brand controls it. And that's exactly why it's been pushed aside. Because there's no recurring profit in you regaining your strength on your own. Doctors? Most haven't even studied it. Medical schools are funded by pharmaceutical interest, not by herbal medicine researchers. So they don't teach this. Supplement companies? They prefer complicated formulas that need stacking, so you keep buying. But Tonkat Ali doesn't need a stack. It works solo, naturally, effectively, and now you know. That changes everything because the moment you realize you've been kept in the dark, not because the truth wasn't there, but because it wasn't convenient for someone else, you don't just feel surprised. You feel angry, and that anger? That's fuel. That's the same fire that once got you out of bed early. That made you fight for your family. That made you push through pain, pressure, problems. It's still there. It just needed the truth to spark again, and now it's not about what they didn't tell you. It's about what you do next. Because if you're still listening, it means you're not done yet. You're curious. You're awake. And maybe, just maybe, you're ready to take back what's been quietly slipping away. And the best part? You don't need anyone's permission to begin. For most men, the idea of starting a new health routine feels overwhelming. Too many pills, too many rules, too much noise. But what if you could change everything with one tiny habit? No pressure, no confusion, just one simple step each morning. That silently wakes up your body, your energy, and your confidence. The herb we've been talking about isn't magic, but it feels like it is when you start using it right. And here's the best part. It doesn't require a blender, a meal plan, or a spreadsheet. Just a small scoop or capsule, 200 to 400 milligrams a day. That's it. Imagine this. You wake up, you walk to the kitchen. Instead of reaching for another coffee or dragging yourself to the couch, you take one clean, concentrated dose of this natural herb, either as a capsule with water or a scoop of powder stirred into juice. Within minutes, your system begins responding. Not in a jittery, caffeine-like buzz, but with calm clarity and restored circulation. Now, layer in just one more move. Take a short walk. Even 10 minutes, let your legs move. Let your blood flow. Feel the difference in your chest, your head, and yes, even down below. That movement stacks with the herb to amplify blood vessel dilation, testosterone response, and mental sharpness. This isn't just talk. It's what peer-reviewed science has confirmed again and again. Still feeling doubtful? Good, that means you care about what you put in your body. But here's why this works. This isn't synthetic. It's plant-based, naturally regulating your cortisol, reducing inflammation, and gently nudging your hormones back into balance, without shocking your system. And here's the trick most people miss: timing. You don't need to overthink it. Morning is best because that's when testosterone production kicks in. That's when your brain is fresh. That's when your habits shape the rest of your day. A single choice made early can ripple out in how you speak, move, and carry yourself for hours. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about unlocking function. And when things start working again, when you feel the heat in your chest during that walk, or catch yourself standing taller in the mirror, you'll remember what being alive used to feel like. Most men never get there. They wait. They hesitate. They tell themselves, maybe next week. But if you're here, you already took the first step. Now take one more. Not for anyone else, but for the man you used to be. The one who never gave up. And when it starts working, when you feel that shift, don't keep it to yourself. Walk out that door with purpose. And let someone in your life ask, what changed? Let your energy be the answer. Most men over 60 don't need another pill. What they need is momentum. Just a little push, a few simple shifts. And what we found is that 2 of the most powerful boosters for male health are absolutely free, no doctor's visit. Number: prescription, no subscription. Just habits your body already understands and has been begging you to restart. First, the 5-minute morning walk. Not a marathon, not even a power walk. Just a gentle, intentional stroll outside right after waking up. Why? Because overnight your blood vessels tighten, your circulation slows. And that sluggishness you feel in the morning? That's not age. It's stagnation. But the moment you take that first step outside, something starts to change. Your muscles begin to move. Your arteries open. Blood flows, not just to your heart, but everywhere that matters. And here's the science. Light physical movement in the morning has been shown to increase endothelial function, the ability of your blood vessels to relax and expand. That means better oxygen delivery, better energy, and yes, better performance. Now, pair that with the second habit, deep breathing in natural sunlight. Sounds too simple, right? But here's what's really happening. When your skin is exposed to early morning sun, it triggers a cascade of hormonal responses, lowering cortisol, lifting mood, and most importantly, boosting nitric oxide production. Add deep breathing, slow, deliberate inhales and full exhales, and you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the calm zone. This combination sends a clear message to your body. You're safe, you're strong, and it's time to rebuild. In just 5 minutes, your testosterone gets a signal, your blood flow improves, and your mood shifts. Now think about this. How many years have you started your mornings in silence, tension, or distraction? How many mornings have you skipped movement, rushed your breath, and stayed in the shadows of your room? What if for the next week you did the opposite? This isn't about becoming a bodybuilder. It's not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming clarity, vitality, and dignity. You're not doing this to look like you did at 25. You're doing it so you never feel like you're 85. And the best part? These 2 habits supercharge everything else. Whether you're adding tonka ali, changing your diet, or just trying to feel good again, this is the foundation. So tomorrow morning, when the sun hits your window, don't ignore it. Open that door, breathe, walk, let your body remember what it's built for. Because this journey back to strength doesn't begin with medicine. It begins with you. You gave up a lot for your family, for your work, for the people who needed you. Somewhere along the way, you stopped thinking about yourself. You put your strength, your needs, your health on the back burner. And at first, it didn't seem to matter. You were still moving, still getting through the day. But slowly, quietly, something changed. You stopped waking up with that fire. The mirror stopped reflecting the man you used to be. The days started to feel heavier, the nights quieter. But here's the truth. That man is still in there. He didn't disappear. He didn't die. He's just buried under years of sacrifice. And now, for the first time in a long time, you have the chance to bring him back. This herb we've been talking about isn't some miracle cure. It's a reminder. A signal to your body that it's not done yet. That you can still repair what's been ignored. That you still have time to feel strong, focused, and confident again. And it doesn't take months. It starts with one day. One small habit. One quiet decision you make before the world wakes up. You'll feel the difference first in your energy. Then in your posture. Then in the way you walk into a room, not trying to impress anyone, just grounded in something you almost forgot you had. It's not about proving anything. It's about remembering. Maybe you don't talk about these things out loud. Maybe not even to your closest people. That's fine, you don't have to. But you owe it to yourself to listen to that voice inside. That's been whispering, don't give up on me. Because you've still got mornings ahead that could feel different. You've still got years that could feel alive, if you stop waiting and start choosing. So here's the final moment. No hype, no pressure, just you and the choice to begin. To take one small action today that pulls you out of the shadows and into the light again, not for attention, not for anyone else's approval, just for the man who's been quiet for too long. And if you feel even a flicker of that fire right now, don't let it go out, let it grow, because your strength isn't lost. It's waiting, and today, you answer.